When Ford reports earnings next week, the general feeling on Wall Street is that these are going to be some pretty ugly numbers. The numbers coming out Wednesday after the end of day trading. Take a look at shares of Ford. Morgan Stanley cutting the company's rating to equal weight. Price target moved down to $10. At the same time, JP Morgan has cut its Q3 earnings estimate by 36%. A number of issues here when you look at slowing global production, China sales down 40%. That is something the company announced a while ago. And its European sales are softening. All of those are factors that are weighing on shares of Ford. And again, company reports earnings on Wednesday of next week. Meanwhile, Daimler out this morning warning that its 2018 earnings will be significantly below expectations. The profit warning is due to European emission issues. This is the second warning in the last 4 months for Daimler. And finally, take a look at the Model 3. And the reason we're showing you the Model 3 is because Tesla CEO Elon Musk announcing on Twitter that they're going to introduce a lower-priced version, what they're calling a mid-range version, that'll start at $45,000. Guys, when you look at shares of Tesla, the Model 3 is what the focus is. How can they increase production and increase deliveries? And oh, by the way, go back to when they introduced this in April of 2016, the stock is only up about 14%, does not outperform the market overall.
That's interesting. Yeah, Phil, it's funny. Today, the stock is actually, it started up. There seemed to be some enthusiasm for that $45,000 price point. Although, again, as you might expect, many questioning whether it really is $45,000.
Right. Right. And David, the point here is that most people who have been buying a Model 3, they're not getting in at that $35,000 or $40,000 price point that has been touted by the company for a couple of years. Most people are paying between $45,000 and $55,000. I have a friend who just bought one, $54,000. And remember, at the end of the day, as much as they talk about tax rebates and incentives, people buy a car primarily on what will be the monthly payment. They don't sit there and say, well, now, if I get the tax rebate, it'll be $35,000. Factor in not using gas, it'll be $30,000. Nobody does that. Very few people do that. They factor in what's my monthly payment. And that's why Tesla keeps pushing this price point down now in that $45,000 range. Ultimately, they're trying to get as close to $35,000 as possible.